Hello and welcome to Coffee Talk. My name is Hines. Today I'm joined by Congressional District 2 Democratic Candidate William Compton. Um, Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So for starters, you came from like Plum Springs, right? Is that right?
Yes, Plum Springs, Kentucky.
Okay, what do you think? So like your experience from there, how do you think that'll help you so far?
It'll help me reach the average Kentuckian, someone who goes to bed at night and they worry about how they're going to pay for their next meal for their family, how they're going to pay for their medicine. And there are people who worry about how the condition of the roads are and how the public schools are in the area. So it gives me that perspective of what an average Kentuckian worries about every day.
What made you really like want to pursue a spot in House of Rep?
My students. So I teach public school at Warren East High School and Middle School, and I was a student there at one point as well. I teach them 5th grade through 12th grade, and so I've been able to build connections with them and their families this whole time I've been teaching. And I've started noticing that a lot of issues they were facing were the same issues that I saw when I was a student, and in a lot of cases worse. And I want a better future for those kids and those families and the community I grew up in. And that's why I'm running, because we need someone to fight for that future for them. They deserve better than what they're getting right now.
On the topic of like community, what are some things you've been seeing in your community that you'd like to draw and high to, such that you can?
The biggest thing, and it's been a big topic for the last couple of years, is healthcare costs.
Yeah.
I've seen people who I've went to school with, both in high school and college, and people I even work with and have worked with when I worked at McDonald's, who will come up to me and say, I have this pain in my back or in my leg or wherever, and they can't afford to go fix it. And they'll say, I'm fine, I'm not dying right now, it'll be okay. But they're having to fight through this pain every day. And in the wealthiest nation in the world, no one should have to go through pain every day because they can't afford to get it fixed. And that's also including dental pain. I know some people who need to have teeth pulled, but their insurance doesn't cover their dental work, or they need to go see a therapist and they don't have the funds to get that mental health. So that is the biggest issue that I see facing almost everybody I talk to across this community.
So you've previously ran twice in the 2022 and 2024 What are some of the things that those primary losses you think have helped you improve upon for this election?
How to reach voters. The first time I ran, I was new to running for a race like this, and so I didn't realize where I could go to reach the voters and be more accessible to them. And the second time I ran, same thing. I reached more voters and I grew upon what I had last time, but still learning, still trying to reach the communities. This is a big congressional district. This time, I've already been out in the communities. I've already reached now 17 of my 20 counties, and I'm already reaching the voters, and we're just now getting into August. Have not even gotten into the filing period deadline yet. So it has helped build my voter base for this election.
So for those next 3 counties, would you mind just like sharing where those 3 places are?
Oh yeah, of course. Nelson County, in which I'm going to be an event that's not technically in Nelson County, but is put on by Nelson County and 2 other counties later this month. Then we have McLean County, and I will say Nelson County is one of the partial counties in the district, and then Greene County.
That's where I'm from, actually.
Yes, and so but I'm looking at trying to get into those counties and get out there and speak to the voters.
Mm-hmm.
My plan is every full county in the district, which we have 17 of the 20 as full counties, to have a public town hall at least once in every county possible.
So moving on, you've expressed concerns about like transparency with our current rep Guthrie. So how effectively do you believe he is currently going to the
Oh, he is he is not communicating at all well with the people in the district. He hides behind his screens, he hides behind his emails, and he'll only go out into the public when it's people that he knows is going to support him no matter what. We need someone who's going to go out and speak to the people, all the people, even if they might not support them at first thought. He has had protests in front of his office all summer long, and he's been here during some of those protests, but has never once went out and asked the people, why are you out here protesting? What can I do to help you? A true leader is someone who will do that, someone who will go out and speak to those people, and he hasn't. He's been, again, hiding behind his emails and just sending very canned, blanket responses to questions and not answering them. So his communication is not what we want from a representative to U.S. Congress.
Which is a really good thing for campaigning. It's seeing people who care who have been all the time.
Yeah.
Especially with you're going visiting 20 counties. That's something really good.
Yes.
John, I do have another question. I have a couple
yeah,
more.
of course,
but
yeah, I'll answer any question anyone has.
During your campaign, will you be accepting money from super PACs or corporations, or just pure grassroots?
Pure grassroots. I won't take any money from super PACs. I won't take any money from APAC as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pure grassroots. This campaign is for the people and by the people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who's going to fund the campaign. That's who we're running to represent. And those are the people that are going to be my boss. Not corporate lobbyists, not APAC, not super PACs. The people of the 2nd Congressional District.
So you not only have experience in politics, but you're a teacher, actually said previously. So while we were researching, we realized that you want to help improve the pay and benefits for teachers. What are some ways you would go about doing that?
Well, the easiest way to raise funds for anything is to, and it's going to sound scary for a moment, but let me explain it all, is to look at the waste, fraud, and abuse. We hear that term a lot here lately, but we're looking at it in the wrong place. We have a Pentagon who has failed their audits year after year after year. We gave an exponential amount of money to our ICE budget in the last budget bill. Those are the areas that we need to be looking at, going, where can we cut some of this funding? Where can we cut this money? And we can divert it to our public schools. That's one way we can raise revenue to help make sure teachers have higher pays, make sure our public schools are fully funded, make sure we have funds to help our students with disabilities. And then also, you hear this phrase all the time, tax the rich. But that is a very true statement. If we raise the effective tax rate of the top 1%, right now it's hovering anywhere from 23 to 26%. If we raise that effective tax rate to 45% or more, that would raise over $400 billion annually just from taxing them at a more appropriate rate. So there are ways that we can find funds to help get these goals done. We just have to be willing to do them.
With the current conflicts between Israel and Palestine, do you believe in sending money and supplies or other forms of support to Israel?
No, not at all. If we're going to send supplies and support, it needs to be to the people of Gaza. And we need to help, because I'm not a fan of wars. I'm not a fan of killing innocent people on any side whatsoever. But what has been going on in Gaza has been nothing short of war crimes by Israel.
Moving on, so in Kentucky and America in general, reproductive rights are a big thing. Is there any forms or support or anything you would do to help keep abortion laws, or specifically abortion supporting laws, not anti-abortion laws, and IVF laws or any sort of IVF support in general in place?
Well, on the federal level, the first thing we need to do is we need to, and we've heard this said before, but we need people who are really going to fight to codify Roe versus Wade into federal law. The fact that women now have less reproductive rights than they did 50 years ago, it in 2025 is unimaginable. So that's the first thing we need to do. Give women back the ability to make the choices with their bodies. With IVF, we need to make sure that that is funded, and we need to make sure that people, if they want to go that route, they can go that route to have children. Some people, that's the only way they're going to be able to have children. And to think of taking that away from someone, the ability to have a child through other means that you can't naturally have one, it's unimaginable to me. I could not imagine wanting to have a child and having that ripped away from me. I could not. So we need to make sure that we provide all of the funds and ability for anyone to make that decision.
Okay, and then finally, my last question of the day is there anything you would like to say to your fellow Kentuckians? Words of advice, a quote, some sort of slogan?
Yeah, so we need someone representing us who is going to stand with us every step of the way. Someone who knows the struggles that everyone faces every single day, and someone who's not going to be afraid to reach out to the people in this district and have a conversation with them. That's why I'm running. We need a true Kentuckian in this seat who will fight for everybody.
All right, so with that being said, it seems that's the end of our show here today on Coffee's Out.
Thank you.
Special thanks to the Hive in Glasgow, Kentucky. They are located at, let me double check here, they are located at 100 South Public Square in downtown Glasgow. I know. If you struggle to find it, it's on the corner of the square, and it's a really nice spot. Great coffee, great people, and great pastries. You can find us at greenrivermedia.org. Again, thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for giving us
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing us to interview William Compton, Joel Hines.